mean, sure. Are we live?
Yeah, just waiting on you, buddy. Is it hard to put down?
I'm in the middle of a fucking boss fight, man.
Game of the year?
Kinda. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want.
You don't want to put it down?
No.
One more level?
Can we just?
Yeah. You want to?
Can we just?
Can you get 5 more minutes, Mom?
Can we just quit the podcast? Or?
5 more minutes?
I don't want to do the podcast.
It's not going anywhere. I'm just saying.
It's wireless, bro. I can still keep going,
You
right?
can literally take it anywhere.
Fine. Hold on, dude.
Is it really that good?
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good. Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Option Select podcast. Episode 200 and... It doesn't matter. This is the Zelda podcast.
It's the Zelda.
It doesn't matter. It's 204, I think.
He was playing Diablo Immortals, by the way.
Don't you guys have phones?
Redfall.
No, I was playing Redfall on the Switch. Runs about the same. This is a podcast called the Option Select Podcast where we talk about video game, entertainment, news, and all that good stuff in between. We start off every episode with me playing Zelda from now on.
To the end of time.
Until the end of time. Now, start off every week with how was your week? So talk to me, brother. How did it go for you this week? Did you play Zelda?
Nope.
Get the fuck out. Go
You're not
home.
playing Game of the Year, bro?
Go home, dude. You're out. You're fired.
No, I didn't even make it through the first Zelda, to be honest with you.
Same.
It looks cool. I like watching people play it more than anything because it's got a lot of interesting things, especially in this one, like all the building and stuff. Like you showing me that, I was like, okay, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing about the game I like, really.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
But the weapons breaking and all that shit is still bullshit to me. So
I can understand that, but they give you the option. So like, even if you pick up a like even if your weapon broke and as soon as you killed an enemy and that enemy drops like a shitty stick, you can attach a really good attachment to it to make it, worthwhile for using. So like, it makes every weapon type worth using for that matter. Some of them just last longer than others for sure. Like actual metal weapons.
I'm all about the aesthetics though.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about swinging a stick. I don't care about swinging an axe. Like if I want to walk around with a sword, I want to walk around with a sword.
I hear you.
It's that simple. It's just me.
It's
just me.
Pretty freaking sick though.
Yeah. No, like I said, watching you play and watching other people, random clips. Like since the game dropped, I mean, I saw your YouTube channel. That's pretty much what mine is. It's
all
just
Zelda stuff.
All Zelda, like top 10 Zelda tips, or here's what you're doing wrong in playing Zelda, or here's how to get this weapon, or how to get this item, or how to do this. I'm like, oh god damn, dude.
Yeah,
like,
the algorithm is.
Yeah, it picks it up and it runs with it. Same with like on my TikTok. It's like same thing because it hears me talking about it, or it knows that I'm watching these videos.
Yeah.
It'll just have random Zelda shit popping in and people dying to certain bosses or doing certain things. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. It's like 24/7 Zelda. So, well, we knew it was gonna be a big game. So,
yeah,
it's Zelda.
Game of the year, bro.
It just always has a leg up, and it doesn't matter what hardware it's running on. To be honest with you,
right?
But yeah. So aside from everybody else playing Zelda, I was bouncing around this week playing video games. I did obviously do Apex Legends. The new season started. I jumped into rank just to see how the new rank system worked out.
Mm-hmm.
They start you with like placement mats now, and you just go. You do like 10 placement matches. Then it puts you at the rating, whatever. I started at like bronze, like the very low end, whatever.
So it restarts you all over?
Basically, yeah. And it put everybody there.
Oh, okay.
Even like the pros and shit on their account. It doesn't matter what your account is. Everybody has to do 10 placement matches.
Okay.
And then it places you from there, right?
So you got placed in the bronze.
I got placed in the bronze.
Ouch.
No, I didn't care. A lot of those matches, not gonna lie, because I know how the system wants us to play the game, the rank system. I played one like legit game because my team was really good, but then the other 9 placement games, I literally just landed and then walked away.
Just trying to survive as long as possible.
No, just walked away. Like I didn't care if I was in the storm or not. I just jumped into a match. If I died right off the bat, I died right off the bat. If I didn't, I didn't. Because there's a guy, he put out a video. He had Predator rank in like 2 days. 2 days, and you're thinking, man, that's a lot of games you play, right? No, he's showing you how flawed the rank system is. He went from his placement matches to Predator rank in 2 days, and he got 0 kills, 0 damage.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
survived.
All he did was survive.
Yeah.
Because now they're putting too much emphasis on placements. And somebody broke it down. They said if you can get top 5 in 320 games straight, you can make Predator rank without ever having to do anything.
It's a lot of games.
It is a lot of games. And this guy did it in 2 days. It's like, yeah. So he managed to somehow win that many games.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's if you make it, I think, minimum top 5.
Okay.
Obviously, some he made like top 2, which it bumps you up tremendously or whatever. So anyway, I didn't care about the placements. I'm just going to play through like normal anyway, you know? But I was just laughing at that stupid little thing he did. But I noticed in like the few games, once I got into my placement games out of the way, once I started playing some games, I don't think that the placement is the best way to do it. Because I feel like a lot of those early games in that first like half a day that I was playing, like we're just like I'm like number 1 on my team, like, and I shouldn't be. Like I just shouldn't be number 1 on my team.
Right.
And I'm just murdering people. And I wanted to play the new guy, the new champion, but every game, of course, new champion comes out. Everybody and their fucking mama wants to play that dude.
What's the new guy's name?
Couldn't even tell you his name.
Okay.
Couldn't even tell you. He's got a move that allows him to do smart bullets. All he has to do is lock on,
Right.
fire, and then the smart bullets follow and do damage or whatever, right? But what makes him so good, and it turns out there's a reason why everybody keeps playing him, is because his ult, his passive, he can carry through weapons. But your third weapon, you can't put any attachments on.
Mm-hmm.
But once you pop your ult, it automatically puts all gold tier attachments onto your third weapon.
Yeah.
And it gets it fully loaded. So everybody just puts a rampage there because it'll overcharge any gun that's there also. And rampage, it increases damage fire rate for a light machine gun when you overcharge it. But in order to overcharge it, you got to use a thermite grenade. So not only are you carrying this gun, you got to carry thermites, which take up a slot in your bag to begin with. So it's a cumbersome ass gun. But with this guy, he's like, nah, just ult with them. It's overcharged, so you don't need thermites, and it has gold tier everything: mag, stock, stabilizing barrel, and like a tier 2 or tier 3 red dot or whatever, right? But he gets like an improved red dot because his whole kit is he's just a badass marksman, right?
Okay.
But then there's a glitch.
Okay.
And this is where people started picking him until they patch it out. He can get it, pop his ult, and if you time it and do it correctly, you can drop the weapon and it'll be gold everything. Pick up a new weapon and it puts all gold everything on that. And then they just drop that one again.
Oh boy. The community is golden.
Man, they're going ham on that bitch.
The internet's undefeated, bro.
Every fucking game, it's like the top winner is always has that dude on his team right now. It's like, oh, no wonder. You just automatically, as soon as he gets his ult, and there's areas you can go to, instantly charge up your ult. You know, the little stadiums, the little stations.
Right.
So that's what they do is they're just glitching right now. But it was funny. Like once I realized that, I was like, I'm gonna slow down on playing it this week until they patch this shit out, dude. Like this shit's not funny. But I had a couple really good matches though, I ain't gonna lie. It started me at rookie, which is the lowest you can be, but I'm already in like fucking bronze 1.
Okay.
Like, and that was just like a half a day of me actually playing the game. But yeah, placement is a bitch, and I definitely feel like they're gonna nerf it to some point. But so far it's been good. It's got a better rotation of maps. The maps don't last as long in the rank system now. They cut it down by 30 minutes. So instead of like every 2 hours, it's like an hour and a half, which is good because if you're playing for like 4 hours, you get 3 out of the 4 maps that they have now instead of just 2 maps, and it gets kind of stupid after a while. They do have the little zip line that they can drop on the ground. It shoots up and everybody can take it. A zip tower, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just to help people with rotating and getting better movement. So you don't need the Valkyrie on the team that has her ult to fly you out of shit. And some people come in clutch with that, dude. Like, they'll fucking, you're in a bad spot and they'll just drop it on the ground and they'll ping it. And we're like, oh, cool. glad he has this. And just take the zip line to go up over a mountain or over a building.
Yeah.
That you would have had to go through the fucking
Tunnels or
zone,
whatever.
I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Um,
So like, how's the building in that game? Is it like Breath of the Wild, or?
what do you mean?
I mean, you're talking about something that's not Breath of the Wild right now, and I
Oh
need you
yeah,
to
yeah, for sure.
bring it back
Obviously,
in.
yeah.
I'm
But
kidding.
aside from
I'm
that,
kidding. I'm kidding.
aside from Apex, I try to play it a little bit like different MMOs this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? You had an MMO itch
Yeah, I
again?
just had an MMO itch. I of course I went to WoW because it's there.
Right. So it's old blue.
But it's I'm playing on the free to play version, and like nobody I know was on. So I'm like, okay, I played that for all of like 10 minutes. I was like, okay, it's not this. I'm just like, what's the other game everybody played? New World.
Oh.
It's still free to play, right?
Yeah.
You remember when that game first came out?
Yeah.
They had to create servers just to accommodate all the people.
Yeah.
And so that's one in the Eastern time zone, which is what we play in, right? Eastern US. There was like 60 fucking servers.
Okay.
They have 4 now.
Ouch.
4. But I will say this, 3 out of the 4, there's a queue time. I'm like, oh, okay. So of course I jumped into one. I couldn't tell you the name of which one I jumped into.
Right.
It was one of the high pop ones, right? So I get in there, everybody gets a free character transfer. I get in, I look at the map, because the whole shtick of the game was there's these 3 different factions all warring over the
like gang wars.
the gang, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I pop in and it was fairly even. Like this server is like green, purple here, yellow here. And then even when you go into the zones, you can see different colors. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, I'm lost. Like, where the fuck am I at? Like, I'm level 40. Like, where am I supposed to be? And I was like, I know I bought a house at some point. Where's this house? So then I finally found it, recall through the house. I get to the main town. It's fucking packed with people, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, cool. So it has enough people playing the game. And I kind of wanted to ask you if they're like, what's the site you go to look up, like, if people are actively playing a game? Like, is there like a universal site that people use for like concurrent users
players
at this particular time?
I can look it up for you.
But because I was like, man, there was a lot more people on it than I thought there would be. But again, that game didn't do the itch either, because I realized I like playing with my friends. But then I just jumped on Final Fantasy.
Okay.
And both he and David were on. So I was just
course.
bullshitting, talking with them. And I have like a level 70 samurai. And then I have a healer that I'm dicking around doing the main story quest with. And I was playing that for a good while. And then other than that, just Diablo 4, only for a little bit. Because again, I don't want to play too much Diablo before the actual game comes out. Because in the beta, they're just going to wipe everything anyway. But other than that, that's pretty much all I've done. Because I don't plan on getting Zelda.
Average monthly players for the last 30 days has been around 800,000 people playing.
Wow, that's a lot more than I thought.
For New World.
Not gonna lie.
Online right now, 40 grand.
Okay, that makes more sense.
$40,000 or 40,000 people.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But whenever it launched, that thing was about 900,000, and yeah, it's like triple. It was like basically triple concurrent players.
Yeah,
at all times.
Yeah, because I remember when it first launched, dude, everybody was fucking crazy about it. A few times were stupid. Like people had to literally make more servers, offering everyone server transfers so they can play with their friends. Yeah. But hey, it's still free to play. There's a ton of people playing it. It's got a lot of good things going for it. But it's just none of my friends play.
Well, it launched in a bad spot. It was like one of those cyberpunk-esque launches. Last of Us Part 1 on PC launch. It was like...
from what I understand, when it launched, there was no in-game to it. And that's what everyone was like.
It was buggy.
They're like, oh yeah, the in-game is PvP. I'm like, cool. But what about the people who don't want to play PvP? Yeah, man, we have PvP. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's what I remembered. And they're like, yeah, this whole thing is about your faction against this other faction. It's heavily PvP based. I'm like, that's cool, but not cool. So anyway, I've been playing Final Fantasy lately.
Okay.
Outside of the little bit I played Diablo 4. But again, it started you off. I thought it was going to pick up where the beta picked up off. I was just going to jump back on my Necro because I didn't get him to 25 or anything.
This one,
but this one's like, this one started you from like level 1.
Yeah, because
I'm
this
like,
one transfers over to the next one. This one transfers over to the actual game.
does it?
Yeah.
No, shit, I wish I knew that. But then again, I tried to play this morning, and I was up at like, I tried to get on like 9 o'clock this morning, and it was already down. It was already over. I'm like, that's kind of fucking whack, dude. But yeah, less than a month, right? June.
June something.
Not
I was
June
just looking
2nd?
up. I've been looking up. I said June something. I've been
No.
looking. I was looking at the changes that have been made to New World, like what's actually
Oh,
changed
it's a
in the
fuck
game.
ton, right?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Again, like when I was playing it, I was like, oh, I remember a lot of the stuff I like about it. The weapon classes, just switching them, just was flawless. You can be a fucking healer, you can be a tank, a DPS all in one.
June 6th is the release. 6/6/23.
For Diablo?
Yeah, Diablo 4. So 6/3 for those that have. June 2nd. Your 4 days early access.
Okay, so that's when I get it.
June 2nd, yeah.
June 2nd, yeah.
You have 3 weeks.
June 6th is Street Fighter.
Correct.
I'll be on vacation, so.
I'll be on vacation. Yeah, you'll get it in 3 Fridays.
How many Fridays, bro? I'll be on vacation. Yeah, because this week I got a fucking audit. And then 1 week, and then I'll be off that week. Okay, cool. Cool. Wait, so I'm off the week before it comes out. Missed time that one, didn't I?
You're off Memorial Day weekend? Memorial Day week?
Am I?
So this week is a full week. Next week is a full week. The week after that is Memorial Day weekend. And on that Friday is when Diablo 4 early access, the Ultimate Edition.
I think I'm off that week. Yeah,
The game actually comes out on Tuesday, the 6th.
Okay, I don't know. My vacation is sometime that, whatever.
I got you. So you've been playing Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. A ton of Final Fantasy 14.
All right. And
it's fun.
You watch anything or anything this week?
I got Apple TV.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, not for Ted Lasso. Relax. All right.
Mythic Quest?
Who?
For Mythic Quest? What'd you get it for?
That? What's Mythic Quest?
You haven't seen Mythic Quest?
No.
Okay, next.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so I saw a clip come across my YouTube page or whatever. It's like one of those shorts. And it was for the movie Greyhound.
Oh, that's a great movie.
With Tom Hanks.
That's a great movie.
And I'm watching this trailer or this little clip. And I'm like, bro, I remember seeing this trailer. I was fucking hyped for this movie.
It only came out on Apple TV.
I was like, what the fuck? Why didn't I ever watch it? And then I look at what year it came out, 2020. I'm like, oh, the pandemic year. I'm like, that's weird. It's like, it definitely didn't hit the theaters, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what is it on right now? Where can I go watch it? I'm thinking Netflix, Hulu, whatever. And it's like Apple TV only.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck,
I
man.
saw that movie on launch day. It was a great movie.
I was like, fuck, it's $7. The movie ticket right there, right?
Right.
$7. I was like, all right, let me watch this shit. God damn, that was a stupid good movie.
A really good movie, wasn't it?
Stupid good. I was like, the trailer did it very well, and you're watching it. And what's weird is it's not combat heavy.
No, it's tension.
A lot of suspense, a lot of tension. Because even at the end, spoiler alert, obviously the good guys win.
Obviously,
But
America.
even when they fucking bombard the main, the pack leader or whatever,
Yeah.
like they just light that motherfucker up. And what I love about it is you hear the guy, the Germans dudes, but at no point do you ever see what's inside of their subs. You don't see nothing on there.
Right.
You just see the outside of their shit and you hear them talk. That's it.
That's it.
Because
That's all you
everything
need
is
to
from
know.
the captain, his perspective. I was like,
yeah.
what the fuck, dude? And at first I was like, why does he keep switching out people on his little bridge or whatever? And then I realized, oh, this motherfucker's not getting any sleep. So he's rotating his people under him.
Right.
But he's not getting any sleep.
Right.
So he's got a 3-man rotation going every 8 hours or whatever. And I'm like, oh, fuck me, dude. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, damn, that was a good ass fucking movie, bro.
Yeah.
I told Morris about it. So
what
I don't have Apple TV. I was like, motherfucker, this is my password. Get in.
How did you, what'd you get it on? Like the smart TV or something?
No, I just have it on the computer, guy.
Oh, on the computer?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
okay.
just
didn't know if you had like the app.
No, because once I looked on IDMB or whatever, it's like how to watch it, I just clicked on it. I was like, oh, you want to sign up for Apple TV? I was like, might as fuck well.
So this one, so like all these shows right here on the top ones, Ted Lasso, the last thing he told me, Silo. I haven't seen this one yet.
The Michael J. Fox one?
I haven't seen that. Shrinking is good.
Shrinking's the one you told me about.
Ghost is good. Blackbird is good. I haven't seen The Big Door Prize. Morning Show's good. Invasion's good. Foundation, that's the one I've been telling you about. That sci-fi one. Check that one out. I think you'll like that one a lot.
Okay.
They got a new season coming out. Severance, fucking god tier show right there. They got
That's
a
the
second
dude from
season.
Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a second season coming out of that one. I haven't seen Drops of God. Tetris was pretty good. C is good. The Reluctant Traveler is a travel show with Eugene Levy, but it's just silly fun, like him doing shit that he wouldn't do.
I think somebody at work was telling me about that one.
It's good. I haven't seen the M. Night Shyamalan one yet. But yeah, most of the stuff right here on the top is like good top tier stuff.
Yeah.
There's so
I'm
much
on the
stuff.
last episode of season 2 for Ted Lasso.
Are you?
Yeah, because I saw that. I was like, oh, let me just start watching this shit too right now. I was going to wait till the season ended because you said this is the 3rd season?
Yeah, it's the last
And
season.
it ends, yeah.
Yeah.
I started watching it.
What do you think?
It's incredibly funny. Like,
so
holy
good.
fuck. It reminds me of the time I discovered The Office after I put off not watching The Office for so long.
Yeah.
And we watch it like, fuck, why did I ever put this off, dude?
Yeah.
I'll say this right now.
Okay.
My favorite scene from fucking Ted Lasso is when Jamie doesn't want, he's like, I'm hurt. I want to go to practice.
Oh, and he starts doing it. You don't want, we talking about practice.
Bro, you know where that's from?
Mike, was it?
No, from Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson. Yeah. We talking about practice, man.
He did the whole thing and he flipped it on him.
But he flipped it from the coach to the player. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of the player saying it, it's the coach saying it. And I'm like, that's fucking genius, bro. Because when that happened in real life, everybody gave Allen Iverson shit for it.
Yep.
Because he went off, right? And then they find out 2 days later that his fucking best friend was murdered, which is why he didn't go to fucking practice.
Right.
You know? And that's why he made the whole thing about practice. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm watching him go off and I'm like, man, this sounds fucking familiar. And then I'm watching like, that's fucking Allen Iverson shit. I was like, that is so fucking smart, dude. Like the people writing this show and the people doing like the random little comments.
Yeah, little nods
to
everything.
Fucking insanely well written.
You're gonna go back and rewatch it after you're done with it, and you're gonna watch it again, and you're gonna catch jokes that you didn't catch the first time. You're like, shit, I didn't catch that.
I feel like I'm catching so many stupid little jokes that
there's so many callbacks to first season in the second and third season. Like there's callbacks to jokes that happened in the first season. They bring it back again, and you're just like, fuck, I remember. Oh yeah, that's that joke that they said in that. And it makes you want to go back and rewatch it again to catch that joke again. It's that scene is
well written.
Yeah, that's
this
a
show
damn
is
good
very,
show. I'm so glad that you're watching it
well written.
and that you're actually enjoying it.
I feel like this is definitely Apple's thing. Like, obviously, every piece of tech in there has an Apple on it. It's Apple, right? But it's like there's so much diversity in the music.
The music's
because
top
Apple
tier.
Music. I'm like, oh no shit, dude.
The music's top tier.
I just saw the episode where the owner, Rebecca, her dad dies or whatever.
Yeah, so you're about to end the second
and
season.
They're doing Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yeah.
And it's like, to us, we know it as a fucking meme, right?
Right.
But then they put it in this show and they made it like somber.
Yeah.
And like, so when you hear it and you're watching it, you're like, oh, that's not the same funny song. You're like, what the fuck, man?
Bring
like,
tears to your eyes, bro.
Dude, it was stupid good, man.
Bring tears to your eyes,
fucking
man.
A.
That guy Cam Cole that they had in the first season, he's like that street musician. He's actually got music on Apple Music.
Does he?
Or he's got music.
Yeah, he was at the auction or whatever.
He's good.
Yeah.
Like really good.
No, when he was doing that song, it was pretty good, yeah.
Dude.
Like I said, it's just a good variety of music. And again, it's just it's the little stupid comments that they make.
Like that one that I sent you the other day where homeboy takes a sip. It's in the third season, but he takes a drink and he goes, another one. He goes, oh, Higgins hitting us with
DJ Khaled. He goes,
who?
And he's like, what the fuck, bro? It's like,
that's just a joke.
That's it. That's the joke.
One.
Like, he doesn't know who DJ Khaled is.
Oh,
it's
man.
like, what the fuck, bro? Like, it's just such a good show. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go tonight and watch the final episode of season 2.
You're gonna watch.
Hopefully they make it out of relegation.
You're gonna be in season.
But they even made a comment towards Wrexham. FC Wrexham, which is the Ryan Reynolds team.
thing, yeah.
And the guy's like, I don't know if it's a joke or not. Like,
they got promoted.
I don't know how to take it.
They got promoted last month.
They got won their shit. Yeah,
because with money.
With money, yeah.
They paid money for good players.
Yeah, exactly, that's what happens.
Dude,
but,
that's crazy. Yeah.
So is AFC Richmond a real team?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay. I was like,
it's not
man.
it's not a real team, but I think
No.
they use somebody's stadium. I gotta find it out.
Yeah, and then they did the match at Wembley, which is stupid big.
What the hell?
It's funny. He goes, "Yeah, I remember watching Freddie Mercury right here on this stage at Live 8." He goes, "No, that was old
That's the
Wembley
other one.
stages."
That's the other Wembley.
And he's like, "Yeah, that one's bigger than this one by 500 square feet." He goes, "Oh man, just I hate how loosey goosey they are with these rules." He's like, "I still know what offsides is," but it's pretty funny, dude. Like fucking Ted Lasso's really really good.
Yeah, I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad you're having a good time. That warms my heart actually.
But
man.
yeah, that's all I was watching this week. It's just Ted Lasso and fucking. I saw that movie Greyhound. There was no F1.
Nope, no F1 this week.
There's one next week though, right?
Yes,
And then
that
they go
one's
on 3
in.
weeks.
That's in Italy. Let me find out for you.
But then they go on like a stupid long break again.
I'm not sure. Let me
Tired
find
of
out
all
for
these
you.
damn breaks, bro.
I'll Google it for you.
Let me make the schedule for them.
Right, just every back to back.
Well, no, because you gotta allow for travel time.
Fuck them.
Okay,
We pay money for this shit.
that is true. They have sponsors.
Got Sunday at 8 a.m. is it
8 a.m., bro.
Emilia Romagna. Then Monaco is the next week,
So back to back. Nice.
back to back, and then the week after that's the Spanish GP,
So 3 back to back.
and then the week after that is the Canadian GP.
So we get a month.
Get a whole month, and then all the way through July. So from June 18th to July 2nd, they're off. So we get 4 in a row,
And then 4 weeks off.
and then 4 weeks off, and then they go into July 2nd at Austrian, July 9th at British, and then 2 weeks off Hungarian, so on and so forth.
And is this the race where they can start doing upgrades or no?
They've been doing upgrades.
No, but I remember one of the commentators saying something. Was it the facility they didn't have access to?
Certain people have wind tunnel time, more wind tunnel time than others, depending on how you ranked last season.
Is that what it is? Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
And if you have your own wind tunnel, you can use it. You just have to. You can use your own wind tunnel, but you have to schedule the time. You have to tell the F1 that you're using the wind
That
tunnel.
you're using a wind tunnel.
Right.
Okay, okay.
You can't just go all willy nilly.
It's my wind tunnel though, bro.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They don't give a shit.
How would they know? Just saying. How would
That's
they
what I
know,
thought.
bro?
That's what I thought too. I was like, well, I would just use it and not say shit.
Exactly, dude. No wonder Red Bull is so good. They got a wind tunnel? Yeah, they do. You know they do. They got the money.
Yes, sir.
We know what teams don't have a wind tunnel. Haas.
Yeah,
Williams Racing. Like,
Haas is an interesting one because all they do is they buy parts from everybody. So they buy a chassis from Ferrari, an engine from Ferrari, and they just kind of
they just hobble a fucking car
just
together.
that's exactly how they did it.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I guess.
Did you do anything else this week?
Other than fucking work a ton, no.
No. Oh, I hear you.
How's it?
Well,
Did I miss anything?
for me, gaming wise, leading up until Thursday, I was doing
Zelda
Breath of the
Day?
Wild 1.
Oh.
Breath of the Wild 1. So I got 2 of the Divine Beasts down. I was working on 3rd. And I got to the 3rd one. And then Thursday hit.
I don't want to play with this one anymore. Throw it on the ground like fucking Andy.
I don't want to play with it. No, but so basically I've been swapping back and forth in between the two. But since Friday, it's been nonstop Tears of the Kingdom. Like
Obviously,
Friday,
it's the better game.
it is. Like straight up, it is the better game. It's
Yeah.
bigger, it's badder, bolder, and just
Same hardware. Just saying.
same hardware. And it isn't the greatest. There are some hitches and stuff like that. But as far as like the actual gameplay and everything is concerned, it's top tier.
Okay.
Having an absolute blast. The building is fun. The exploration is fun. Like just in the 30 minutes that you were here sitting down whenever you first walked in while I was playing, it just, like I'm sitting here and I was like, oh, I haven't been over here. And I just start walking and like I fucking lose my train of thought. I'm just on the exploration. And then
Taking a glider, just going into this random cave.
I was like,
oh,
well,
a chest.
there's a cave. And then you go in there and then you say, oh shit, I got to fight some random thing. And then it's like, oh, let me stop here. And then
Yeah.
it's tough. It's a really good game.
Those damn open world RPGs. That's how they get you, bro.
But this one, the problem with this one is that there's no question marks. Like you have to find the
Good.
question marks on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, just
which
go
I very
exploring,
much
bro.
enjoy. So it's like, and then like it has the master path thing, so you can actually like swap it on in the map, and you can actually see everywhere that you've walked and have been. So if there's like sections of the map that you haven't been to,
Oh,
you can
okay. That's
go over
cool.
there and search those areas or whatever. But there's a lot of stuff that the game doesn't tell you, which I'm glad that it doesn't handhold, even though it is technically quote unquote a child's game.
Yeah.
Man, dude, it's good, like really good. Combat is still, it's solid.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, it's not Elden
Groundbreaking
Ring.
or anything.
It's
Yeah.
not Elden Ring. You know, it's
Yeah.
attack, block, dodge, shoot arrows. You know, but yeah, how
So
you
God of
approach
War, got it.
like how you approach combat is different with crafting the weapons and your plan of attack and all that stuff. So it's been nonstop. Like my boys right now that are in Discord, they're all of them are playing. They're all playing. They're all streaming to each other, like showing each other things. Like, did you
Yeah.
find this? You know,
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's basically Hyrule with a below ground and an above ground. So yeah,
Like Elden Ring.
yeah. So it was pretty damn good, man. So far, many hours into it, and I'm having a blast. So yeah, all this week was just basically Breath of the Wild, which led into Tears of the Kingdom. Very happy with both of those. Actually, I can't. I'm not going to complain about either one of them, man. They're both great in their own respects. Now, I do have. I've been seeing a lot of discussion on Twitter, and I wanted to bring this question up to you. So everybody's trying to say that any game from here forward will have to be compared to Tears of the Kingdom. Where I say that statement is wrong
Why does it have to be compared to Tears of the
because they
Kingdom?
consider this like the GOAT. Like this is the greatest game of all time, basically.
Huh?
Yeah.
What's the Metacritic score? 96?
I think it's above Ocarina of Time at this point.
96, right? It ain't a 99, which was Ocarina, right?
I don't know. Let me find out. I'll find out for you.
I thought 99 was Ocarina, then 96 was Tony Hawk.
I'll find out. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I looked at
I
that.
don't know why I remember that dumb shit.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I remember that stupid shit? Like, there's a lot of people out there giving this game like fucking 9s and 10s all over the place. Mainly 10s, to be honest with you. But we'll go with Metacritic and see how they score.
Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is at a 99.
Damn.
That's the Ocarina.
That's the highest, right?
Yeah, this one's at a 96 right now. But it
96.
also has way more reviews
Okay.
and it's had more time in the system.
Okay.
So still pretty high up there, yeah.
That's pretty good, yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking down here 10, 10, 10, 10, 100, 100, 100, 100, 10, 10. This guy gave it a 0. The combat system is the absolute worst I've had to deal with in any game, let alone a Zelda one. Did you not play the first one?
The same shit, guy.
0, yeah.
He's just bringing the score down because he's.
Yeah, Gfinity is like one of the ones that has been hitting the news lately. They gave it a 6 out of 10.
Why?
The story, the graphical issues, not graphical issues, but like the hitching and the frame drops and stuff like that. Like if you're gonna rate something as perfect, it should be straight up perfect,
All inclusive.
all inclusive. Which I'm kind of in agreement with that. But the issue with the statement that I saw on Twitter was like every game would have to be compared to this game for forever, right? And I just don't feel like that's right because I feel like the only game that should be compared to a Zelda game is another Zelda game, right? It's like you're comparing it against itself. Like you wouldn't compare.
That's like saying
you wouldn't compare fucking like Pulp Fiction to Avengers Endgame.
Right.
They're not the they're the same medium, right?
Yeah,
the
they're
same
both movies, yeah.
They're both same style of art, right?
Yeah.
But they're not the same art piece. So like trying to judge one art piece against another art piece is I think that's fucking stupid. I think you should only judge it based off its own merits and like I wouldn't sit here and try and judge Elden Ring against Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It makes 0 sense to do that. I mean, I can judge Elden Ring based off of Dark Souls and Bloodborne and those things, but then once again we're talking about two completely different things there just in that category from Elden Ring to Bloodborne to Dark Souls. Like they're the same, but because
the statement was what? From this point on, all games
would have to be compared to Tears
all
of the Kingdom.
games.
All games.
That's dumb.
Right.
That's a too broad of a statement.
Exactly.
Like if you were going to say from this point on, since this was such a good open world RPG. Let's just leave it at that broad of a
Okay.
statement.
Okay.
Open world RPG. From this moment on, everything's got to be compared to this.
Correct. Those types of
That's
games.
a better statement than what they're saying, that all video games, because let's be real, like the greatest flight simulator can come out. You're not going to compare it to fucking Zelda. It's not the same thing, you know?
Right.
They're both video games, sure. But it's like,
Apples and oranges.
are you gonna compare Starfield to Legend of Zelda?
No.
No.
I'm
You're
gonna
not.
use Starfield as its own. Whenever I do a critique of a video game, I don't say that you know
Like you shouldn't compare it to a game to begin with.
correct. I don't compare it to anything else unless it's using the same type of system that something else is using.
But
So,
even
like
then,
not even the open world thing. I'm talking about like let's just like
let's think about Elden Ring for a second.
okay.
Like I've never played Bloodborne or Sekiro or fucking
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. I've never played any of those, right? I've
Right.
just played Elden Ring. I enjoyed the shit out of Elden Ring.
Right.
And then the one time I did try to play Bloodborne, I didn't like it.
Okay.
But I'm not going to compare it to that and say, oh, this one's better strict because I didn't like the other one.
Right.
You know, it's like they're to me two different games.
They are two different games.
And-
they're made by the same company.
Yeah, but it's just weird.
I mean, you can compare certain aspects of one game to the other game. Like, oh, I like the way the combat feels in this game better, or something like that. I'm glad that they improved off their previous, like Bloodborne,
Yes.
into this game. You can do that type of stuff, but the game as a standalone should be the only thing that's judged on its own merit.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Like, let's look at Mario 64.
Oh,
That came out
you mean
before
the GOAT?
Ocarina of Time, right?
Yeah, it was a launch title for the 64.
They both came out at the same time?
No. I think
No, Ocarina came out later, right?
yeah, it came out later.
Yeah. But
I
you're
can
not
double
going to
check.
sit here
I'll
and be like,
double check
Ocarina
that.
of Time was a better game. So it just invalidates everything Mario Brothers was, 64. Like, no, motherfucker, it's two different games. And to be honest, I prefer Mario 64 than Ocarina of Time.
I'm looking up to see what the release date
That's
is.
probably a bad example.
No, it's actually really good. When was it released? It was released here September 29th, 1996 for Super Mario 64. And not right. That's not, that must
Fake
be
news.
98. So yeah, it came out 2 years later.
Zelda did?
Yeah, Zelda came out 2 years later.
Damn, I didn't think it was that far away.
It marked it as 2011, but that's the 3DS version. And I'm looking for the 64 version.
Ocarina of Time, baby. But yeah, that's a dumb statement, right?
Yeah, I thought
Every
so too.
game's got to be compared to this.
Fuck that. I think that's dumb. You
Then that's cool for me, dude. Because guess what? This game isn't for me, and it sucks. I agree with who was it? Nvidia Enforce or whatever. They gave it a 6.
Oh, G something.
Gfinity.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Gfinity.
I agree with them. This bitch gets a 6 in my view. Fuck this game.
I mean, but at least
Your weapon's gonna break. Pff, automatically
least
start at a 5.
At least they were honest about it, like in their own perspective. Like
Right.
they're getting blasted over it because you
Welcome.
don't agree with everybody else, and that's bullshit.
Yeah,
Also,
it's not a fucking echo chamber.
but like, let's use Cyberpunk for example. It was getting 8s and 9s.
No, it definitely shouldn't have got 8s and 9 on launch.
You know what I'm
day, bro.
saying? It was getting 8s and
Shit was
9s
unplayable.
on launch, and the game was like the same thing I could say about Jedi the
Survivor, yeah. Like,
It
you
sh-
got
it
a
shouldn't-
refund on that bitch.
Yeah, it shouldn't be getting.
I got a refund on Cyberpunk when it first came out.
You shouldn't be getting
Yeah.
8s, 9s, 10s for a game that releases in that condition. Period.
Yep.
Period. So if they want to give it 4, 5, 6, whatever whatever that company wanted to give, that publication wanted
Now
to
look
give.
up what that company gave Cyberpunk.
Oh, bro.
Hey, bro, they gave it a 9.
Hold on. Tears.
Because this is how you know if they're bullshit or not.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hold on. Let me look it up.
Because if they gave Cyberpunk a 9, they're full of it. But if they're like, hey, this bitch is like a 2 or a 3 or even a 5.
Okay, Gfinity. That's what they're called.
Yeah, Gfinity.
So Gfinity. The tears are salty. That's the title of the. That's the title of the thing. It says The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom review. These tears are salty. Ooh,
Nice.
bro.
I love it,
You
dude.
love to see it.
I agree with them.
And I'm not
Don't
mad
break
at
my
him.
weapons, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm not mad at him. I'm
I
not
think
mad at him
every
for
game
doing
should
it.
be fucking compared to Cyberpunk.
they're just talking about like, oh, this cave. Like, just I'm gonna use one excerpt from this.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of effort went into crafting the cave networks now running through Hyrule's surface level terrain, but it's just too rare to find anything of rare value in them. That's not necessarily a fault of the particular game, but the whole open world genre as a whole. They kind of have like the same kind of gripe. Like, why are you going to all these places if there's not really anything in it for you to go over there and see?
I
Basically,
don't know. It's
like,
probably called exploring.
I get it. Like, I get their gripes about it.
That's part of the game.
So the
though.
actual Gfinity review excerpt here says
Six.
if you've yet to step foot into the open world of Hyrule, Tears of the Kingdom is the best way to experience it, with just enough new ground to keep things interesting. But if you didn't gel with the 2017 release, the story alone might not be worth the second attempt, which is you, right?
Sure.
Like, I didn't like the first one. I'm probably not going to like the second one. It's a lot more of the
I
same
didn't give a
shit.
shit about the story, but all right.
Right. So let's see what they gave. Let me see. If they actually were around. Where's the review? Let me just Google it. Anyway,
Yeah.
continue on with your
That's
point.
funny.
Cyberpunk 2077.
But yeah, you can't make a broad statement like that because, and let's be real, this is going to be game of the year, right? But then they could have said it last year with fucking Elden Ring or whatever, right? Like, oh, every game should be compared to this game. But the game's too hard for people, so they're not going to say that.
I'm gonna have to Google.
I think every game should be compared to Grand Theft Auto 5,
It's dumb.
the greatest game of all time.
Verdict. It doesn't actually have like a score for this.
9.5, bitch.
Doesn't have a score.
No?
No.
They were around though?
Kind of.
Mm.
I think this review came out in December 22nd, 2020. Yeah. The title is Cyberpunk 2077 review. The more you want, the less you get.
That is true.
You know what? I'm gonna bookmark them, dude. I kind of dig it. I'm not mad at them for it. GFinityEsports.com. I love it.
Infinity Esports.
I love it, dude. I love it. I love to see it. I want to see more reviews by these guys. Please, for the love of God.
What did they give Redfall?
Oh, so Star Wars Jedi Survivor review. Force choked by performance issues.
Oh,
That's
nice.
the title of the article.
Nice.
Love it. Yeah, I'm going to follow these guys,
Wait,
dude.
what does it give him? What's
Huh?
the number?
Oh, for Jedi Survivor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to know the number.
I got to open it up in a tab. Not that the number actually means anything, but...
Right, but it's a good indicator of how well they stick to their own
An
shit.
8. Yeah.
So they rated higher than...
Yeah. There are significant
goat?
performance issues,
No.
but the exciting story, improved combat, and satisfying platforming means Star Wars Jedi Survivor is a great second adventure for Cal and his eclectic crew. 8 out of 10.
Okay.
That's what it says there. That's crazy.
That's good. I mean, I'm definitely enjoying the game.
Did you beat it yet?
Not yet, no.
Oh, did you play it at all this week?
This week... Damn, did I?
Yeah.
I didn't this week, no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
As far as like everything else this week for me, other than Tears of the Kingdom, I was watching a little bit more Barry, Ted Lasso, of course. Whenever the latest episode popped out, me and Alice watched Jersey Shore today. She's been working a lot this week, so we haven't really got a lot of time to spend together. She's off today and Tuesday. So like as far as like watching stuff, I haven't really been in the loop. On Thursday, we do a Thursday night movies with the boys, like 8-9 o'clock. We watched The Rock, the
With
movie
Nick
The
Cage?
Rock.
Yeah.
Nick Cage, Sean
Nice.
Connery.
Damn, that's all. Damn.
Was it Ed
Left
Helms, right?
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris, thank you. And the guy that plays what's his name? He was in like Armageddon. His like second in command, the Major or whatever. I forget his name. Anyway,
Major.
yeah, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Drive me nuts. Michael Bean's in it as well. David Morse.
Who?
David Morse. That guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Green
he was in,
Mile.
the Green Mile.
Yeah. Negotiator. Outsiders. Saint Elsewhere.
Okay.
That dude's freaking dope too. I like him a lot as an actor.
Still alive?
Think so. Yeah, he's 70, almost 70 years old. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Damn.
But I think he's still doing the damn thing. What is it? What was his most recent? The last thing he told me, which is an Apple TV show.
Oh, okay.
He's in there, bro. The morning show, that's right. He's in another Apple TV show there. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. A lot of TV lately. A lot of TV's where it's at these days, though, right?
It's
Like
I think
streaming
more.
shows?
It's yes, more steady money.
Sure. For them, not for the writers who are on strike
Who are on strike?
right now. It's not so much for them. But yeah, like I haven't
What are
really.
they striking for?
Okay, so you don't know why for real?
No, I really don't.
Okay. So previously on their previous contract, right? They had certain stipulations in there. So this is pre-streaming era, all that stuff, right?
Okay.
So anytime they wrote a show, they would get residual checks every time the show re-aired or had a rerun, or if it was syndicated, they would get residual checks. They would be consistent money coming in, especially if you were on a show. Now you're gonna say a good show because you can have like The Big Bang Theory, right? And then you can just have syndication for forever off 12 seasons, and
or like fucking Seinfeld. It's always going to be on syndication somewhere,
right? So those writers will always get paid on that show, no matter what, no matter if it's on a streaming service, whatever, right? The problem is like once it does enter this streaming realm, those writers no longer make money from that. So anytime somebody clicks on it to watch an episode, the writers make zero money. It doesn't matter if it's on the platform or, if whatever platform it's on. So it could be on Netflix, right? And say we just start watching whatever show, that writer or, whoever, that they get no residual check from that.
They get no cut.
Netflix isn't telling them about it. How many millions and millions and millions of times somebody's watched Friends on HBO. HBO's not telling them about it. You know what I'm saying? They pay a certain amount of money for rights to have the show on the platform, but they're not showing the numbers of how much.
So the writer, like, let's say Netflix picks up a show. Again, let's just use Seinfeld for example. So they buy the rights to air Seinfeld on Netflix.
Right.
They pay whoever they need to pay for the rights.
Correct.
Right. So out of that payment, the writers don't get a cut of it?
Not a single bit of it.
So they only get it if it's on like reruns and syndication and shit like that.
So the stars get cuts of that, right? They get a little cut of that. Yeah. Stars like Jerry,
but
will
the
get
writers don't.
So now also, if they write a show for Apple TV, let's just use Ted Lasso for instance.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm just using this as a for instance
example. Yeah.
So a writer will write an episode for Ted Lasso, and Ted Lasso will be watched millions and millions of times over and over and over again until the end of time because it's on a streaming service, right? So they get a flat sum to write the episode, but no residuals. So it's the exact same thing. So, but that show isn't going to be shown anywhere else. So they get the flat sum to write the show, and then that's it.
That's it. Damn.
But the writers are what make the show. I mean, the writers plus the actors' talent and all that stuff, and the director's vision. Everybody works together to make this really good, cohesive thing. But only the people from the top. It starts off at the top and it kind of trickles down to everybody else. Writers are right at the bottom because you don't ever see them. They're not making as much money as they should be making. So they're just basically striking for a living wage, which I'm not mad at them for doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, they probably make way more money than me or I do together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially if you're on like a top tier show that had millions and millions. Let's just use Game of Thrones, for example, right? I'm pretty sure those guys made a lot of money.
Yeah.
But
for a shitty story, but okay.
Racks. But yeah, so there's just that's what's going on.
Okay.
They're striking for that right now.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not mad at them for it. Like, let them get
and
paid.
Who's in charge of giving them what they want? I don't understand.
There's Screen Actors Guild for the actors, and then there's
the Writers Guild, right?
Writers Guild, yeah.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, who pays the Writers Guild?
The like members of the union, which is every writer. So in order to be a part of the union, like for instance, Rick works for UPS.
Right.
He has to pay union dues. If he doesn't pay union dues, he still gets all the benefits from being in the union, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not actually in the union. He doesn't have like a union membership card or anything like that. He still gets all the benefits that everybody else pays into. Like, all the drivers that are paying into it, they're working together for a common goal, which is to make more money for themselves, have better benefits, have better insurance,
right,
whatever like that. You don't have to pay to be in it, but it helps. I mean, people will look at you a little differently if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the piece of shit not paying into the union. Got it.
Damn.
It's kind of like that. So the writers are, they pay dues. Part of their money, basically, that the residual checks that goes back into the Writers Guild. So they have lawyers that'll fight for them, which makes a whole lot of sense. Unions are the shit, dude. I don't know why America's falling away from it. Like the corporations just keep getting more and more strong, and the workers keep getting more and more fucked.
That's because the union's good, but it's you also have to take the bad with the union. It's like literally what you just said. You got the guy that's in the union that doesn't pay a shit.
Yeah.
And everybody looks at him differently.
Yeah.
He's also probably the worst worker in the building.
Probably.
Yeah. Like there's unions for teachers.
Oh my God.
Some of these teachers need to be fired. Facts. But they won't get fired because they're in the union.
But also, some of the students
union
need to be
will fight for every teacher across the board.
Right. They fight for everybody.
Good or bad.
Right.
And that's the problem with unions is they also fight for the bad.
Right. So that was one of the things that I wanted to bring up today was the writer strike that started this past week. A lot of shows and movies.
A lot of shows, bro.
Getting
I
affected.
keep seeing it pop up like, so even movies.
Yeah. Blade is affected by it.
Blade got affected by it.
Stranger Things is getting affected by it.
Last of Us.
Last of Us Part 2 is getting affected by it. A lot of the things that we, watch and love, they want to get paid. And I agree with them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Get paid. Get your money.
Man, that's hard to do. Like, to me, it's easier to track something that's in syndication because it's going to be on this network at this time.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you think that those streaming companies don't know exactly how many times a certain episode has been watched?
No. I'm saying they know exactly how, but it's easier to track.
Right.
So, because you can realistically say, I have this show in syndication. I'm going to run it for 12 weeks. It's going to go on every Thursday night at midnight for Seinfeld.
Here's the problem. Okay.
You don't know how many people are going to tune in, right?
Correct.
But you know exactly when you can check in on that.
Right.
But man, if you're running a streaming service, now it's 24 hours.
It's on demand.
Now it's whenever the fuck.
Exactly.
And don't get me wrong. They know exactly how many clicks from each fucking IP address, every account.
Correct.
They know they can easily pay these people.
Right. And what it's going to end up boiling down to is I think they're going to go like, instead of getting record label money, like for musicians or whatever, they're going to go to the streaming service money, which is like 0.01 cents every time something is viewed.
That's still good.
That's right. It's
still stupid.
I'm saying
good,
like a cent, you're going to get like 5 cents every time somebody watches the show, which is perfectly fine. Give it to them.
Do it.
Give it to them.
5 cents. God damn. For every stream.
Yeah. For every stream.
God damn. And you got shows that are fucking bonkers, crazy.
It was crazy as I put a streaming service on before I go to sleep and I just let that bitch run.
Just let it run, bro. How many people are Netflix and chilling?
Yeah, Netflix and chilling.
Shit's just going off in the background.
Alice does it all the time. She'll be on her phone, not even watching the show's going off.
Yeah, like sometimes I'll just run a show, like usually The Office.
Yeah.
And I'll be playing a game.
Yeah.
Like MLB The Show or something.
Something you don't have to focus on.
That I don't have to focus on, that I need noise other than what's going on in the game.
Right.
Because the game gets repetitive.
Right.
I can only hear the video game announcers X amount of times before they start repeating themselves.
Same thing I do with Diablo. Like once I cleared to the end game in Diablo, it's a show on in this screen.
Yep.
The game in this screen, and I'm just
once you get past the story, you're like
I'm going.
I'm on grind mode.
Grind mode. Put on a
fucking
show.
Movie or whatever.
I love that. That's what I miss about playing Diablo the most. Is getting to the end game and like being there and like actually watch. I would clear out shows.
Yeah.
Like now I'm focused on, Tears of the Kingdom. I'm like, I'm gotta know what's around me, where I'm going, what I'm looking at. I can't focus on that.
It's because you're not speed running a dungeon right now, bro. Not yet.
I don't have the time.
What class you going with?
With what? Diablo? Did they fix Barb?
They supposedly buffed them. And anybody, even during the original beta, said the same thing. The Barbarian's going to start off early levels weak, but when it comes to the end game, and every Diablo, it never fails. Barbarian is always the single
whirlwind Barb
highest, single target highest DPS in the game.
Well, what I want to do is go with the whirlwind Barb just so I can clear.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm going to end up doing. Okay. Just clear, moving at the same time.
Yeah, I might just still end up going with a fucking mage.
Yeah, that's a good choice too. The teleport,
stupid easy, bro. Just lazy playing.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
Fire
that
Hydra,
too.
Fire Hydra.
But if you're playing mage, I want to go something different. I'll probably go Barb. Barb or
There's
Necro.
only 5 classes, bro.
I know.
So
I know.
there's going to be bleed over.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I'm going to have multiples anyway.
Oh yeah, I believe we all will.
Once you clear the campaign and you get to end
Yeah.
game, you could just automatically skip to the end game
Yep.
with a new character, which is a lot of
Dope
time,
as
like
fuck.
10 hours of time,
Easy. Yeah.
which is really nice. Speaking of movies, since we were talking about Blade and Stranger Things and the writer's strike and all that stuff, there's a Gran Turismo movie in the works.
I want to say I heard about it, and I want to say there's a trailer for it. Or a clip.
There's a trailer.
But who's it starring?
I can find out for you.
Fuck, I can't remember.
Find out for you real quick.
I was too afraid to click on it too. Because I was like, God damn. Because when I think of Gran Turismo, all I think is Fast and the Furious.
All I think of is the movie with Clint Eastwood.
Gran Torino?
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn. Had nothing to do. Oh, it did have a car in it, though, didn't
It
it?
did have a
A black car, yeah.
From Gamer to Racer is the name of the
But who's the main guy? The guy from Stranger Things, right?
Danny Moore. Orlando Bloom is going to play Danny Moore. David Harbour.
David Harbour's in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry Horner is in there. Fucking the Spice Girl, Jerry Horner. Christian Horner's wife.
Is she?
Yeah, she's in it. Ginger Spice. Jimon Hyunso is in there. Archie Maduki, that's the new guy. Jared Bennett, Bianca Bardo, Amelia Hartford. A bunch of people I don't know. The top build cast, of course, is he's a gamer. And they put him in a race car, which is actually a true story. Like a couple of those have happened before. Like there was a guy that won the drift championships.
Yeah.
In a online sim, and they put him in a 240SX drift car.
Yeah.
And he's like, the actual driver of the car is like, okay, this is, he's like, oh, I got it. Like they did a YouTube video on it. And then homeboy gets in the car, starts driving it like it was like his own car, dude, and just like slamming it in around corners and shit. It's dope. But yeah, there's a Gran Turismo movie.
That's horrible.
In the works.
That's horrible. I remember playing Gran Turismo the first time on PS2.
Yeah?
I can easily say it was one of the first games I 100%ed.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was hard as fuck. You know why? Because in order to get 100%, there were 4 marathon races.
Oh, the 24-hour races?
Yeah, it don't actually take 24 hours. They take 24 hours, but in game.
Yeah.
And of course, time is sped up.
Like
and
3 or
I
4
want to
hours?
say it was like 4 hours per race.
I remember that.
Bro, I was fucking dead ass tired. Like I would pause that bitch, go, come back to it. Like, all right, let's get this race back on, dude. And it sucks because if you fucked up and you didn't win, you got to do it over again because you got to get first place in it. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, bro! But I did it. I ended up fucking 100% in that bitch on PS2. I don't remember which Gran Turismo it was, but it was fun. I enjoyed the shit out of that game.
But yeah, that movie's in the works. It's interesting, interesting to say the least.
Yeah. Again, all I can think is Fast and the Furious.
But yeah, so writer strike is affecting it. I'm pretty sure that Gran Turismo movie is gonna be affected as well. So going back to the week though, that's about it for me. Like nothing crazy. Just chill. Just looking forward to more Tears of the Kingdom later. So Jedi Survivor did their 4th patch for bug fixes and whatnot, but performance fix still hasn't come through.
And the way that little announcement they put out, it made it seem like the performance issues were going to be a little longer to take care of.
Yeah. They weren't blaming it on what was it? They weren't blaming it on the user this time.
No, this time I blame the user every time.
Did you have anything you want to bring up?
Like, don't have good shit, bitch.
Do you have anything you wanted to bring up? Do you want me to keep going?
See.
I can keep going.
Guy with my note.
Yeah, on the patch notes here, it said it fixed certain things or whatever, but at the end it says improving performance on newer i7 and i9 CPUs that have efficiency cores. General performance improvements to include both CPU and GPU utilization while reducing idle time, both with and without ray tracing, and improving some hitching, which can be attributed to streaming ray tracing data, assets, and gap in our pre-built shaders, various bug fixes, and more. Be on the lookout for future patches across all platforms. Blah, 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 blah. But they haven't actually... They know that the issue's with them and not with the gamer. Their configs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is stupid that they even try to blame it on the gamer in the first place. I'm still kind of pissed off about that. It still kind of grinds my gears. Like, how are you gonna blame it?
Grinds my gears.
How you gonna? I got a 4090 and an i7. There's no reason I should be getting 30 frames.
I don't have good shit, dude.
Anyway,
I I don't have too much to go on.
That's
I
fine.
have one rumor,
Okay.
and then I have
Let's talk about some rumors.
let's talk about some rumors. But Street Fighter 6 announced their open beta
Yeah.
May 19th through the 21st.
Yep.
So everybody and their mama's gonna be on that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's
so
an open beta too, right?
It's open beta.
Yeah,
Yes,
there you go.
everybody can join in. Pick your favorite character. You can create your character. You just fucking go ham for the weekend.
Yeah.
So that'll be
Nice.
fun. I'll definitely be playing because I want to play with the actual characters,
Nice.
not the dude I made. My dude looks like shit. As for the rumor, obviously we know Mortal Kombat 12. Timidly? No. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. What word are you looking for? I thought Mortal Kombat 12 was going to be called Mortal Kombat 1.
And that's what I was thinking. That's how I was trying to get to it, but I couldn't think of the stupid word. Anyway, so they made a little teaser trailer, and it showed a clock ticking up. And of course, it starts at 9, which is the newest versions of Mortal Kombat. So it goes 9, 10, 11, and then it zooms past 12 and goes to 1 o'clock on the thing, right? So everybody's assuming it's going to be a reset for Mortal Kombat. So it's going to be Mortal Kombat 1
Right.
instead of Mortal Kombat 12, which, again, that's just the title.
Right.
As for the rumor, they're saying 2 guest characters could be Homelander and Peacemaker.
Why wouldn't they just put them in their Injustice series?
I don't know.
But I'm not mad
Peacemaker
at
would make sense in Injustice, but again, that's a whole different universe, you know. But
True.
I don't know.
that.
But
sounds good
Homelander
to
is
me.
essentially Superman, but he's an evil version of Superman.
Right.
It suits it to be in this game more because the show is more gory.
Right.
You know, same with Suicide Squad, way more gory.
Right.
You know?
Peacemaker was a pretty gory show.
Whereas
Yeah,
if
makes
you
sense.
go and you play Injustice,
They're not bleeding.
they tone it down. There's no fatalities, you know? So I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So those are the 2 guys that they got rumored. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Peacemaker could have different helmets, obviously. He's
So
gonna have
we're thinking
pistols.
2024, late
what?
2024 for that
We
game?
have no idea. I would think sometime next year because we haven't even seen a trailer for it. But everybody's assuming the trailer's dropping this year.
Yeah, maybe at E3. Oh, wait.
Oh, that's canceled. Wah, wah, wah. The game show that's coming out in June.
There's
or
one
July?
in June, right?
Yeah, Summer Game Awards.
Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's where it's gonna drop.
When is that? Let me double
Summer
check.
Games Fest, right?
I'm
Summer
looking-
Game Fest.
Yeah,
That sounds right,
2023.
yeah. July.
Looking. What date? Summer Game Fest is June 8th.
Damn, that's early. That's in like less than a month.
Yeah, June 8th.
Oh, sweet. Damn, we're gonna be busy as fuck that week.
June is gonna be popping.
God damn,
Capping,
son.
bruh.
Got fucking Diablo, Street Fighter.
Final
Summer Game
Fantasy
Fest.
Final Fantasy 16.
Nobody's playing that, bro. We ain't got time. We ain't got that kind of time right now.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I'll wait for it to go on discount.
I'll wait for it to go on discount too. I'll get it on the Steam.
Yeah, on the Steam.
On the Steam.
What else did you have on there?
That's all I had.
Really? One thing?
It was 2 things.
That was one thing.
That and Street Fighter. Oh, I had the Diablo 4 slam the server
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we already talked about that.
Yeah, we got that.
I talked Ted Lasso, Greyhound. I put fuck Zelda
Fuck Zelda.
because everywhere. That's all I had. Yeah.
Speaking of Zelda, Switch console sales hit 125 million units sold, bro.
That's it.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Keeps them firmly in second place.
Is it in second place?
I thought the PS5 had more.
Does it? I don't think
know.
so,
I
sir.
don't fuck if I know, dude. Google it. No, you might be right because I think last time I saw PS5 was barely at like 80.
Let's see here. The Switch is number 3 overall ever.
So it's number 2 behind PS2.
PS5 right now is at 38.4 million.
Huh?
PS5 currently
Currently.
is at 38.4 million units sold.
Damn, why did I think it was more?
No, not even fucking close, bro.
Fuck, man.
Don't forget the Switch came out in 2017. 130,000.
Oh, that's right. It's been
130
out
million.
for
Yeah, it's been out way longer.
damn near 7 years.
Yeah, the Xbox Series X and S has sold 18.5
Yeah.
18.5 million. The number 1 selling console of all time is the PlayStation 2 at 155 million.
Obviously.
And then the Nintendo DS right under that at 154 million.
Damn. So
And
then
then-
it's Sony, Nintendo,
Nintendo, and then after that, Nintendo, and then Sony, Nintendo, Sony, and then Xbox.
What Xbox?
The 360.
It made it in the top 10?
84 million. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's number 9. So out of the
Barely.
top 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are Nintendo, 4 are PlayStation, and 1 is Microsoft. Out of the top 10.
And Sony's worried about.
And Sony's worried about
Blizzard
Microsoft buying
Activision?
Blizzard Activision, yeah.
Oh my god,
They have
bro.
double
They need
the
all the
console.
help they can get, bro.
They have double the console sales of Xbox Series X and S at this point.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What they should be worrying about is Nintendo.
They should be worried about Nintendo. That many freaking consoles out there. That's crazy.
But Nintendo's smart. All their exclusives that they got are focused solely towards kids.
Yep.
They have the best mascots. They got Pikachu,
Mm-hmm.
Mario, and Link. 3 best mascots you could think of.
You're forgetting Kirby, Donkey Kong.
Nobody gives a shit about those.
Bro, I'm just saying they're
I
part
said
of
those are top tier, bro. Those are the top 3, bro.
They are. Too bad Pikachu's not. I mean, Game Freak is in bed with Nintendo, but
Exactly.
it has nothing to do with Nintendo specifically.
But he's the mascot. Let's
Sure.
be real.
Sure.
Nintendo.
I'll go with that.
But you can only ever get Nintendo. You can only get Pokemon games on Nintendo.
That's correct.
That's what I'm
'Cause
saying.
Yeah.
They got the 3 best mascots.
Sure.
Nobody gives a shit about fucking Crash Bandicoot on fucking PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Who does Xbox have? Master Chief?
Master
Gay.
Chief.
He gets pieced up every fucking video, every game. He gets fucking pieced up, dude.
Okay, dude. Aggressive.
I just don't understand. Just makes no sense. Literally, the last one, what was it? Halo Infinite?
Yeah.
You start the campaign, motherfucker gets pieced up.
Yeah, he
He gets
does.
his ass handed to him and they throw him off the fucking cargo ship.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, you got Kratos. Motherfucker opening scene, he's
Murdering
fucking
gods.
murdering gods. Exactly. Like,
Murdering God.
fuck, man. Microsoft needs
climbed
all the
out.
help they can get. Just let them have this one deal. I promise you, it's not going to fold your fucking company, Sony. Jesus Christ, man. It's not going to fold your shit.
I wish the regulators would listen to you, but Microsoft's too big, bro. It's too big. It's too big.
I guess.
Speaking of handheld consoles, since we were talking about the Switch sales being at 1.25 or 125 million, which is crazy because I was actually at GameStop today at the mall and I was contemplating buying an OLED.
Yeah.
But I was like, why? Why am
I
I?
have one of those.
Why
I
would
don't
I
even play it.
Why would I do it?
I have
Why
it.
would
I
I
think
do
I have 2 games for it.
Why would I do that? I mean, I got sized up for rings up there. I know my ring size is a 9.5 now.
Okay.
I know that. The middle finger's a 10. But I looked at some Movado watches as well while I was up there. You know, I kind of dig those. But they didn't have any tags, so I guess I got to go to a higher scale,
Yeah, you probably got to go to.
an upper scale place, jewelry store. I was looking for a tag though.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Movado. I was like $800. Okay. Where you got any tags? He's like, no.
Get out of here. What do you think? We ran out of money?
They'll have $5,000 rings and shit just sitting out there. It's like,
Yeah, but the cheapest tag is like fucking. Oh, it's probably. No,
it's like $5,000.
Even their cheap one, I don't think it's $5,000.
Nah, bro, come on. Anyway,
Anyway,
but speaking of
I know the cheapest Rolex is like 12 G's.
the cheapest Rolex right now, oh,
That's if you get like no.
$2,300 for a tag, cheapest one I could find.
Okay, yeah,
oh, there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
Formula One right now for $1,700.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Oh, save that for later. Mm.
But yeah, I guess it depends on where you went.
It was
Some
just a
people
mall.
probably just don't sell
Just upscale
high
watches.
end, high end watches.
I mean, they had about $1,000 Movados up there.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, speaking of like the consoles, the Switch and whatnot, the ROG Ally, they showed a little
Oh yeah,
video for that thing.
Mhm.
I
I think IGN gave it like an 8.
they get rated it.
Yeah, they rated it for some reason. Yeah, that's what I said too. Like it popped up on Twitter, and I'm like, why the fuck they rating this? Like it's weird.
Well, it got
Maybe they rate consoles now too. I don't fucking
maybe
know.
it did get priced out. So it $699 and $599. The two
So
versions.
it's more than
yeah.
the Steam Deck.
Yeah, significantly more.
Is it better?
No, I mean yes, the hardware is better, but the software is where they're gonna fuck up. So, being a portable system, right? You like to take something somewhere, hit the power button, like the Switch. Like I stopped the game a little while ago. I can hit the power button, set it down. I could bring it back over here, press the power button, pick it right where I left off. Right, suspend is really nice.
Right.
The ROG does not have that at all, which is, it's a problem.
Oof.
It's a problem. Being a portable console, right? What you want to do is play a game. If you don't want to play that game right now, you hit the power button, set the thing down, do what you got to do, come back, press the power button. No, it shuts the whole thing. There's no suspend on it currently, and Asus right now is going through some shit. I don't know if you heard about this little doozy. But what was it? Oh my god, what is the name of the company that did it?
But
So
almost every software or firmware, whatever the fuck you want to call it, has a suspend mechanic of some sort.
correct.
Even on the Xbox and Sony, your phone fucking has it, for crying out loud. I'll be playing the game and I can suspend it by opening up another window and going and doing something else, and I can literally just come back to it.
Right.
That's weird. Why wouldn't
they have it in there?
Yeah, that's weird.
So Gamers Nexus, who does like hardware reviews and all that stuff, you know who they are? Gamers
the guy
Nexus
with the beard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a beard, long hair.
Yeah.
He did something on their channel over Asus and AMD processors. You don't have to worry about this because you have an Intel.
Right.
Because you just built a brand new PC.
Oh no, that dude's the reason I didn't get one of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he had a video and he's like, because he talked about AMD having a problem.
Yeah.
And then obviously the algorithm kicks up with this other bald dude, and he came in and he was like, he dogged Intel a little bit. He goes, but it's nowhere near the fucking catastrophe that AMD is in right now. And of course, he was using big words and shit I didn't understand. He goes,
so here's the gist of it.
Like, okay,
here's the
something catching on fire, motherfucker. Is that what we're talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah,
shit's catching on fire.
That's
it's not just catching on fire, but for Gamers Nexus, it's exploding.
Yeah, like that's what that dude was saying. Like shit's just catching on fire, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm just gonna go with Intel. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what was going on is they have this faulty BIOS out there that's pushing too much power through the channels on the actual processor, and they're popping, like, but not popping in a non-violent way, like popping, exploding kind of thing, right? It's not good.
Right. Damn.
So Asus basically said, we're gonna put out this BIOS. This is where they fucked up. We're gonna put out this BIOS, but if you download the BIOS and put it on, that's gonna help fix your thing. Then we're not responsible for any warranty claims ever, which is crazy because the minute you download the BIOS for something that they released that they fucked up, right? The minute you put that BIOS on your computer, you no longer have a warranty for the life of the product. So they are absolved. You got to watch the video.
Yeah,
I mean, he says a lot of shit that I didn't understand too, but from the gist of it, like on the title of the video, I believe it was like a scumbag company or some shit like that. Scumbag Asus overvolting CPUs and screwing the customer, and it's literally 31 minutes of them talking shit about Asus, and I'm just like, wow. Like I've never had a problem with Asus,
right?
But then again, I've never had anything fail on me from Asus either.
Okay.
So, they go through this whole thing. Like it's this whole series that they had going on here was an hour and a half. Maybe like 2 hours worth of content on just the AMD processors. Like they sent them out to get X-rayed, electron microscoped, and find the actual failure and what was going on and all this stuff. And then they reached out to Asus, and Asus like, well, they did all this whole scumbag shit.
Yeah.
Great content from these guys. I love watching their stuff. Always really good. And the Asus is fucking up. So if they're doing that with the AMD boards, then what are they going to do with this ROG Ally?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So now, right now, I'm kind of like, I'm on the fence
and
about.
Then the price point is higher.
And the price point is higher. There's no suspend feature. It does have bells and whistles. It's got a 1080p, 120 hertz screen, which is nice, which the Steam Deck doesn't have. The Switch doesn't have. It does have, better processor and things like that. So that's why it costs more money.
Yeah.
But like, you can't suspend a game. That's
it's just gonna explode.
Kind of lame. If Steam would, release software for the ROG Ally, like to put an operating system on, I would think about it.
Yeah.
But
I'm pretty sure it's only a matter of time before
somebody's gonna get it to work, right? The last thing
that's crazy.
Would you pick up you wouldn't pick up a Steam Deck?
No, I don't ever play on the go.
Switch.
I have a Switch and I don't even play that motherfucker, dude.
Fair enough.
Like I have the OLED one.
Well, why don't you swap it over on mine? I'm
It
good.
looks good sitting there.
Collecting dust.
It looks good sitting there, bro.
Collected. The last little thing I had was Hollow Knight devs finally broke their silence. Hollow Knight's one of my favorite Metroidvanias
Okay, that's the one with
ever.
the little
Little
Kirby
bug.
Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little bug guy.
is he a bug?
Yeah, they're bugs. That's why you're underground and there's ants, beetles, and
Oh, okay. Did
caterpillars
not
and
know
shit.
that.
Yeah.
I thought he was a Kirby Knight, dude. To be honest with you, so he has nothing to do with Kirby.
No.
Oh fuck me, dude.
Not at all.
This entire time I thought he was a fucking Kirby dude.
No, Hollow Knight is its own standalone thing. Has nothing to do with
Really?
anybody else. Yeah. Great
Oh.
game. Great game. One of my favorites.
Okay.
So they have a new one coming out called Hollow Knight Silk Song that they announced like 2 years ago. They still haven't released a release date for it or like trailer or anything. And like
But now it's too late. Now it's
people
gonna be compared to Tears of the Kingdom.
yeah, I know, right? So people were like wondering what's going on. So the devs finally came out and it's like, hey, we delayed the game. We're still doing work on it. Like we don't have a release date. You'll know whenever we decide something.
It's
Which
not
is the way
certified
they're
gold yet.
no, so which is what they're supposed to do, right? Like I'm fine with that.
Sure.
Like but they shouldn't have announced it
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Again,
right?
we said this last time.
Yeah.
Like a lot of companies do it. Like why?
I can actually find the actual statement that he put
Like
out
they're
here.
gonna announce Grand Theft Auto 6, the Game Awards, and that bitch ain't gonna come out till 2030.
What? 2030?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Whenever we got that Unreal Engine 9.
Unreal Engine what?
9.
God damn. So The Verge put out an article here on Silksong. We had planned to release in the first half of 2023, but development is still continuing, which is fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Keep doing whatever it is that you have to do. That's Silksong. That's the Silk or whatever her name is. But yeah, he put out a tweet. It said, "Hey gang, just a quick update about Silksong. We had initially released in the first half of 2023, but development is still continuing. We're excited by how the game is shaping up, and it's gotten quite big. So we want to take the time to make the game as good as we can." And it continues on here. Expect more details from us when we get closer to release. That's it. All you got to say. Now, we're going to force this release to come out, and it's going to be
Dog shit.
Jedi Survivor or Cyberpunk 2077 or
Tears of the Kingdom.
Hey, watch out, bro.
What? It has graphical issues, bro.
It doesn't have graphical issues. Not for me, anyway. I haven't had anything. It does slow down from time to time.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Technical issues.
Technical issues.
Yeah. Yet they want to keep giving these fucking games 9s and 10s.
I mean, if you play it on PC at 4K 60, yeah.
Is it out on PC?
No, not technically. The same thing that happened 2 weeks ago whenever I told you the boys were playing it. It's there. But yeah, that's about it, man. About all I had. Unless you wanted to bring up something else that you saw in the news.
Interesting. No, I don't have anything left.
Nothing left.
Nothing left, bro.
Sweet. I mean, we're gonna have way more content coming
Right.
next month, bro. Like it's just
Too much content.
too much.
There's gonna be so much we're not even gonna get to, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're gonna have to do
I feel
two-parters.
like there's not gonna be enough hours in the day, bro.
We're gonna have to do 2-parters, bro. We got a lot of stuff
Fuck.
coming. So nothing else you wanted to bring up? or anything
No.
to talk about? All right. Well, where can we find you, buddy?
You can find me at all things, social medias, all that jazz, at OS_chameleon with a K.
Hell yeah, brother. As always, guys, you can catch me on all things social media at OS_onslaught, or you can hit the podcast on all things social media at Option Select Pod. That's TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, all the good stuff.
Reddit.
All the good stuff. Reddit? Oh, we don't
Are we
have
on
Reddit.
Reddit?
No. Anyway, so yeah, hit us up on there. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit us up. At us. We won't be scared to reply to you. Trust me. So that's it, man. That's all I got. We will see you guys next time. We hope you stay happy, healthy, and all that good stuff. And bro, it's supposed to rain all week again this week.
Is it?
Yes.
Fucking shit, man.
I'm not looking forward to this week, dude. I was getting
Oh,
rain.
you work outside.
Yeah, I
that's a
work
piss
outside,
for you, bro.
I was wearing my. I'll leave the podcast on this. I was wearing my freaking rain suit,
Yeah.
right? But I'm working. Right? It's hot, right? I'm getting rained on I'm hot inside of the rain suit, so I'm sweating inside the rain suit. So I had to make a decision at one point. Do I want to just be covered in sweat water or rainwater?
Rainwater.
And I chose rainwater.
Obviously,
I took the things out.
It's the best.
It's the best, dude. I was just like, it got cold at first, but as soon as I
You'll be
started,
all right.
I was like, I love it.
Fuck that.
Anyway, I'm not looking forward to this week. But
Nope.
as always, guys, we appreciate you. We hope to see you guys back next week for episode 205. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Later.